Hi, and welcome to the bench. Well, today I have the pleasure of being joined by Elise Peters of Moonlight Flies and also a guide out here at Way West. Thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome.
We're going to tie up a pink streamer pattern that's just been working great for the Coho. It's one of my favorites, and make sure you have this list of ingredients ready before you tie the fly. We're using a tandem hook setup with a size 1/0 34007 MUSTAD as the lead hook, and for the trailing hook, a size 2 925535 MUSTAD. We're going to use some silver MYLAR tubing for the body. For the wing, we're going to use some pink polar bear hair over some white polar bear hair. For the back, we're going to use a few strands of purple crystal flash. And to finish off, for the head, we'll use some Loon Outdoors pink hardhead fly finish.
First, we're going to put on the MYLAR tubing.
Okay.
You can use diamond braid or anything to cover the hook to cover up the thread, but we use the tubing because it seems to be a little bit quicker than wrapping the hook with something else.
Okay.
Okay, so next I'm going to put on a red tag at the back end here.
Okay.
And you can use thread. This is floss, just because it's a product I use all the time.
And it's really nice and bright. It attracts the Coho.
Well, the theory is that it's that it does act as an attractor, but I'm not sure if that's exactly true. But we might as well use everything that we can to. Okay. If you use the floss, you have to be a little bit more careful about tying off because it'll tend to unravel a little bit more than others. Okay, then I go back and tie on the mono again. Okay, then I'm going to add the polar bear hair. And you can use polar bear, bucktail. There's a lot of synthetic fibers on the market now.
And the polar bear has that nice translucent color to it.
The polar bear is great. It's just unfortunately getting harder and harder to find, and it's getting a little bit more expensive. Okay, this is the tricky part, getting it on without it wrapping around the hook, because you want it to sit on top.
Right.
You don't want it wrapping around the side.
So it really is imitating a wing.
That's right,
really
exactly.
Flash the fish.
And the length that I use is just so that it's just past the hook.
The second hook.
The second hook here.
Of the tandem.
Next, I'm going to add some pink polar bear. Trimming it down, and try and get rid of most of these.
The small little ones.
The little ones that are sticking up. But if you miss them, you can cut them off.
Okay.
Some technically perfect tires would not agree with that.
And you want about the same length out the back
Yes,
as the white strand.
exactly.
Right.
You can see that it gives a good taper. It's not a blunt end. That's why I don't stack the polar bear.
Okay. Looks like a little minnow pattern. Really
right.
what we're imitating.
Next, I'm going to do the purple crystal flash, and I just use my thread to hold it.
Oh, okay, to bring it up to the top.
So you have it like that.
Yep.
Makes it a little bit easier rather than trying to tie ends
Little
on.
loop around your thread.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's already on there.
And again, you're trying to keep it right near the top.
That's right. You want it to be in layers. Okay, and then we're just going to tie it off. Head cement. And it's a little bit trickier. You can use other things. You can use nail polish. People use felt pins, Pantone pins, things like that. This happens to be something that we've been using a lot lately. And casting a lot of it, it can crack and that occasionally, but we put epoxy on top of that, and so you don't have that happen. It is durable without putting epoxy on it.
Well, thanks a lot for the tie. It's one of my favorite patterns out there. I know we've been catching a lot of Coho. It's instantly turned into my favorite little Coho pattern.
That's great.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I really enjoy this pattern.
Excellent. Well, stay tuned. We've got some great action coming up.